Hi everyone, and welcome to the Ethereal Tarot channel. My name is Alexa, and I'm so thankful to have you here with me today as we look into what people love about you and what makes you attractive. Okay, so let this reading be one of uplifting and empowerment for you, just to know that you are lovable and there's multiple things to be loved about you. Okay. So there are 4 groups to choose from. You may be drawn to more than one, that's no problem. Trust what you feel and go with that. The timestamps can be found in the description box. And if you enjoy the reading, please remember to leave it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's look at each option more closely. Starting off with group 1, for you, we have the bee. Group 2, for you, we have the Nightingale. Group 3, for you, we have the Beaver. The Beaver. I like Beaver better. Okay, and last but never least, we have group 4 here with the Hummingbird. Okay, so those are your options. Pause the video if you need more time to really feel which one is calling out to you the most or which ones are calling to you. Take your time. I'll be here all day. Okay, so I'll see you in your reading and I hope that you enjoy. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your reading on what people love about you and what makes you attractive. So let's first start off by getting a card for what people love about you, and then we'll get a card for what makes you attractive, okay? So please, for group 1, what do people love about group 1, please? Group 1, what do people love about group 1? I get this energy of determination with you, group 1. You seem like a very reliable person as well. Someone that has a lot of visions, goals, aspirations, and someone who is actually diligent about getting it done. I also feel like people really admire your values and what you put your time into. I feel like they enjoy listening to your perspective. They enjoy hearing your point of view, and I also feel like there's a wisdom innate within you regardless of your age. I feel there's this beyond your years type of vibe about you. It just feels like a very abundant and prosperous energy, and I feel that people enjoy being around you because they leave feeling inspired, or they leave feeling motivated, or they kind of see like a future with you, or they at least want to have you in their life long term. It's kind of like they perceive you as like a long-term type of person. You don't give the vibe of only here for a good time, not a long time. I feel like you're here for a good time and a long time, and people really value both sides of you, or they really value how you show up in general. So I really love that. I also feel like you provide a lot of truth to people. You help them to see clearly, or you help point out things that maybe they aren't aware of, or you're not afraid to really speak your mind. And yet I kind of feel like, although you seem very opinionated, I feel it's respected, and I feel maybe most people only get to see this side of you when they get close to you, or maybe it's just your family that gets to really see the depth of who you are. your chosen family as well. I kind of feel like people want to be chosen by you, group one. Like they want to get into your inner circle, because I feel like you have like barriers people have to get through, and I feel like people admire how well put together you seem, or how much it takes to really get to the depth of who you are. So let's get a bit more, because that's very interesting. Let's see, what makes you attractive, group one? What makes group one attractive? Period. Okay, so for some of you, you could have gone through some type of body transformation, or the way you dress, the way that you present yourself is very attractive. But I do feel as if you have gone through some type of journey. Maybe you've been very focused on fitness, or there's something coming through about you transforming your look. Maybe it's your hair, maybe it's your aesthetic. It just seems like it's quite alluring, and I kind of get like a bit of an edge about you. Like maybe you're a little edgy, group one. Like you stand out, it's kind of hard to miss you. And maybe with this death card on the bottom, you could present as very intimidating to some people, but it's like, I'm intrigued, you know. Yeah, there could be a level of intimidation people may have towards you. But what makes you attractive is the way that you go about living your life. I feel how generous you are with others, or at least they get this vibe of you being very generous and open with your time, your energy, and perhaps even your resources. Maybe you are a very charitable person. You care about those who are less fortunate, and you have this balanced view of things. I'm trying to see a better way to explain what I mean. It's like you don't look down on people, I feel. I think there's a lot of compassion with you, group one. That's what's perceived. Now, you can have a different opinion, but this is what people love about you. So I do feel like you show up for people quite often, in very practical ways at that, with 2 Pentacles cards coming out. People perceive you as very grounded, very reliable, very determined, maybe even very accomplished. I feel like you are really out here showing up and showing out, and maybe you contribute to a field a lot, or the trends. Maybe you are a trendsetter. I feel like you inspire people in some way. I'm also getting like this cherry blossom here. Maybe your scent. People really love the perfume or the cologne or the fragrance that you wear. I get that. But I'm getting a very generous vibe with you, but also you seem to be very well put together, group one. I also feel like you have an ability to connect with people with ease, or you have a way of relating with other people that kind of flows, and it's just very open and welcoming. So I really do love that. Okay, let's get a bit more detail for you, group one. So we have card number 17 with solar flares activate. Card number 22 with wisdom in the bay leaf. We have Panther. Vision with the sun in Pisces. And endurance with the sun in Scorpio. So I feel the need to express prominent signs, Of course, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo is coming through in the earth signs of Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. I feel you have a very dynamic energy, group one. It's as if like you're very stable, grounded, reliable. I feel like you don't really say too much. Maybe you're very observant. People like that they have to be guessing with you. I feel like this mysterious vibe. With this Panther card, it's like you have a piercing gaze. Maybe you make very strong eye contact. Yeah, especially especially with this card. And I feel like that adds a level of intimidation as well, because it's almost like people know you're looking into the depth of their soul. You're looking at what's beneath the surface. You're able to pierce through the superficial, I feel, and really get to the core of someone or the core of the situation. Yeah, you activate people in a way that they're unexpecting, that they're not expecting. I mean, it seems like you have an ability to just say things and it kind of resonates on a deep level with people, and they're like, wow, I really need to think about that. Like, wow, that person just gave me some enlightenment. You know, I feel like you also stand up for people less fortunate, or you are working in a field where you work with people of some type, or you're engaged with the community. I feel like you may have a very political side of you, or you're very focused on social changes or getting things reformed, or trying to bring light to things that have been hidden in some way. And perhaps for some of you, you could be into like occult studies, or you could like to know the deeper meanings of life, and you look towards subjects that are maybe more taboo. But I feel like you are very into trying to understand the undercurrents of people, trying to really understand psychology, or it seems like you have a depth to you that people love. And at the same time, you're still very grounded in this present reality. It's like you're not too pulled away from real life. You're not too embedded in the metaphysical that you lose touch with reality. I feel like you have an ability to make things make sense in a way that people may not be able to understand if they were to just go and try to learn about it themselves. You have like a teacher energy as well, like you're able to bestow information upon people in very layman terms, or you're just able to convey ideas with ease. I feel like people enjoy hearing you talk. There's like a soothing energy, I feel, but at the same time, like there's a ferocity, but I feel like you keep this behind the scenes. You know, only a few people get to see it, but it's like an energy, a vibe that people pick up on, and you may present as very loving and generous and kind and stable, reliable, committed to your goals, committed to your dreams. And yet they know, I cannot mess with this person because yeah, it's just the vibe they get. Like this person may be untouchable in some way, or there's like a courage and a bravery that they pick up on, and maybe you channel it in different ways so it's not like violent, or you're not overly aggressive, but there is this like ability to assert yourself when necessary, and it's not always so pretty. I feel like people are like, oh my god, I can't believe I made this person upset. Like, how did I do that? I want to make it up. You know, they start stumbling, stambling, like it seems like your energy is very chill until somebody tries to disrupt your peace. And you know, I want to say, like, people love this side of you, but I also feel there are some people who are kind of like, this person can't be this chill, this person can't be this nice, like let me push a few buttons and let me see the real them. So beware. Okay, when you get around that energy, just remove yourself, because they're not worth it. Group one, they're not worth it. They're not worth seeing this part of you. Okay, leave this energy to your goals and your dreams. Okay, because I do feel like there's like this fire that's underneath the cool demeanor that you have. And I love it. I love a little fire and earth coming together. Okay, I love it. And you may also be very intuitive. Maybe people even perceive you as a little psychic. Like, this person knows more than they let on. I'm also seeing this, it seems like an ancient text, but also I'm looking at like an oracle, so maybe you also have a skill in reading oracle cards or tarot, or maybe that's like a ability that you would be able to have if you were to tap in. Okay. But yeah, it seems like you have a very penetrating presence. You have a very intense presence, and yeah, that's what people seem to love about you. You have this intensity and magnetism to you, group one, and this ferocity. Maybe you also have very expressive mannerisms. I'm just getting pulled to the eyes. Like, it's making me think of that Billie Eilish song. You know, those ocean eyes. I feel like you really captivate people, and I feel there is a level of intimidation with that, but hey, they still seem to love you. So let's see what else wants to come out for you, group one. What do people love about group one? What makes them attractive? Group one, we have the Five of Wands. I don't know why so many Nicki Minaj songs just came to my mind immediately, but maybe you have that energy of like Nicki Minaj. It's making me think of this Panther as well. Yeah, this Five of Wands, I feel like you have this very active energy to you. Like, you're not afraid to cause controversy, or you're not afraid to say things that may disrupt the status quo. I do feel you go against the grain a little bit, and it really works out for you. Like, there's not a other way that you can go about living your life. I don't feel you could try to fit in or conform, but I just feel like there is this like rebellious energy a bit coming through here. Like, you're not satisfied with like keeping things under wraps, or you're not satisfied with overlooking issues. Yeah, people are gonna know how you feel. I see that for you, group one. What else for group one? What do people love? Group one. Yeah, do you hear what I'm saying? Like, you really just speak your mind. You have no issue with speaking your mind. I don't think, at least that's what people perceive. Like, your words, you may be a very eloquent speaker. You may be very funny, very witty as well. I just feel like people really enjoy hearing what you have to say, because there's either a form of truth that maybe they've been avoiding, or you provide like illumination to issues, or you're a very honest person, and I don't think you hold that back. Like, it feels like you have to speak your mind, like you have to say what you see, you have to be real, and people really enjoy this part of you of just going beyond the deceit or the illusions or the manipulations or the games that people like to play. You like to really just get down to the root of things. Okay. And I feel like that's very very appreciated. Maybe you work in a field where you are consulting other people, or you are in constant communication, or you just are a speaker or a teacher, or you don't even have to be any of those things. I just feel like your words are one of your biggest tools and assets, and I think that you leave a very lasting impact on people. And I also feel that I was saying with the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, it's like a long-term type vibe for you. You don't seem like the person that people kind of want to throw away. And it's so unfortunate that there are people out there who look at others as disposable, but it's the reality. There are people out there. It's unfortunate, but it's real. But I don't think that you fall too much into the category. I feel like you may have encountered people who just didn't know what to do with the full package. Okay, group one. And they maybe mismanaged you in some way, or they took advantage of you. But I feel like that's what's gotten you to have stronger boundaries, or that's what's allowed you to have these ways of showing up where you're not tolerating anything that's less than what you are worthy of. I feel like you've learned a lot about your worth, and people really see this transformation of self that you've undergone, and I feel like you're very admired as well, group one. A lot of admiration, like you stand out, you are viewed as very gifted and perceptive, very honest. It seems like people see a lot of potential in you and they want to be around you. Maybe you have a lot of people like fighting for your attention or fighting for a place in your life. People could perceive you as having a lot of options as well, and that may also be intimidating. But hey, if they want you, they better step up to the plate. Okay. But yeah, that 10 of Cups, it seems like you value family a lot, or you value the people closest to you a lot, and I think that people want to be able to get closer to you so that they are able to have more time with you. Yeah. So let's see. Anything else for group one? Yeah, I feel with that 10 of Cups, you make a lot of people happy. Like your presence is just very fulfilling. You bring light to other people. Yeah, especially with that solar flares. I'm also hearing you're very attractive, group one. So that's what people perceive now. You should believe that as well. Everything I'm saying, this should just be a confirmation for you of what you already know. Okay. So let's get one more card for group one, please, about what people love about them, what makes them attractive. Group one. The Lovers. Okay. And the King of Wands, there's that determination, that passion, that drive. I feel like you're very skilled at something. People admire that skill. I also feel like you could be very revolutionary, like let's rebuild, let's get things done, like very motivating to other people, very insightful. Maybe one day you're going to become someone who has a lot of leadership to them, especially with the Scorpio energy coming through. That passion for whatever you set your mind to will lead you far. And I feel like you have a lot of knowledge to share with others anyway. So it just seems like big things are on the horizon for you, group one. Keep up the good work. You're doing a great job. Yeah. But let's talk about this Lovers card that came out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's like this tempting quality about you. Like, oh, I gotta have him. Like that type of energy. And maybe like, listen, I'm sorry everyone if that's putting you off, but there are some people who are looking at you like, you know, they really are wanting to have you in some way. But with the Lovers, I'm really feeling, yeah, like there's this perception of you being aligned with them, like this person needs to be in my life, or they see you as someone who is very attractive. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. You may also be able to make very strong decisions, very clear in the decisions that you make. I feel like you're very intentional with what you do as well. You feel like a very grounded person, and for some reason it's like coming through, it's like that's more rare than you think. Very down to earth, and maybe people, that's interesting. I'm getting like maybe people perceive you as being in a certain type of relationship, or maybe they enjoy seeing you around a certain person. Maybe you're like seen with a very close friend of yours all the time, or maybe you're with your family all the time. It just seems like there's a level of commitment to you, or a level of you being committed to things that people really admire and enjoy. They enjoy that aspect about you. That Lover's card is really tripping me up right now, because this depiction, I feel like there could be like some people, yeah, especially with that Five of Wands, like maybe you have the potential of disrupting their relationship, or yeah, I don't know why that's coming through, but it just seems like you give very big temptation vibes with the Lovers. But I'm also feeling like you're just a very loving person. So, you know, remember, this is people's perceptions of you, so don't get too caught up with the things coming through, especially about that temptation vibe. Like, you know, I don't know how I really feel about that, but you just seem like a very loving person overall, but with some ferocity to you. So that's what I have for you, group 1. Let me know in the comment section how it resonated. Okay, I appreciate you for being here with me. Leave it a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. I look forward to having you here again with me in the next one, but until then, I'll chat with you later. Bye bye, group 1. Hello, group 2, and welcome to your reading on what people love about you and what makes you attractive. So let's go on and first start by looking at what people love about you, and then we're going to look at what makes you attractive. Okay, so what do people love about group 2, please? Group 2. Group 2, you're in your own world out here in these streets, okay? I feel like you attract a lot of admirers. You may have a different way of presenting yourself. Your style may be very pronounced, very prominent. The way you show up, the way you think, the way you act may be very different than people usually go about things. Maybe you're more resistant to conforming to a certain trend, or conforming to someone else's idea of who you should be, or how you should dress, or how you should look, or how you should act. It just feels very non-conformist, I feel. But there still is this very soft, and I want to say even spiritual nature about you. It feels very ethereal. I mean, hey, look where you're at. Look at the channel, okay? I really do feel, though, for you, group 2, outside of all of that, it feels very dramatic. And I know this card is not completely showing that, but it's almost like, you know, people get a glimpse into your world and they're intrigued by the allure that you have. And I feel it's like, okay, now what else does this person have to them? I feel like you draw a lot of admirers, or a lot of people notice you. You cause people to take a double take, okay? And at the same time, it just feels like you're oblivious to it. Like you're just really out here minding your business, and I feel like you just attract a lot to you. So let's see what makes you so attractive. Like, why are all these people so drawn to you, group 2? What's going on? Group 2, please. Whoa. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of reasons. Oh my gosh. Yeah, group 2, there's like a depth to you that I'm not quite sure a lot of people get to understand the full scope of. I just feel like they get a little glimpse. Like, they see you and maybe they get to have a conversation, but I feel like they know there's more than that than meets the eye. It's like your presentation is very strong and loud, I even want to say. With this strength card, you could have like a prominent Leo placement. Not for all of you, but I feel like you have the energy of a Leo in some regard or in some aspect of your life, where you really show up and you attract a lot of attention. That's all I keep really feeling for you. Maybe you are in the public eye, or maybe you have a presence online, but I feel like you have a very refined sense of style. The way you present yourself is very admired, I feel. So if you are not putting yourself out there, I feel like there is an encouragement to do so, because there's like a beauty to you, or a quality to you that is very, I want to say, rich or luxurious. People perceive you to be maybe very blessed or very well taken care of financially with this Nine of Cups, or maybe they think that you are very lucky in some aspect of your life. But with the Three of Swords, I feel also that you may have kind of like a way with your words. Maybe you're a very romantic person. That's what's coming through, like a very soft-hearted person, someone who idealizes love. I get people love that about you though. Like, you believe in love even though you may have been through very difficult situations. And I'm so sorry, group 2. My heart goes out to you. But yeah, there's this part of you that's just very open to life. And you know, I want to hesitate on saying that, because with the Hanged Man, she is covering her heart, and there's also the Seven of Swords here. So I feel like you reserve your love for those you deem worthy of it. It's making me think of that Beyonce song, Unique. Oh my god, that has to be your song, because literally it's giving alien superstar. That's not right, that's the title of the song, is Alien Superstar. I'm gonna link that for you, because literally I could leave it there. I feel like you're stingy with your love, and I feel like you have to be, because like I was saying, you attract so much to you, and some people may be only wanting to be around you for like an ego boost, or for you to like console them, or be like, oh well, this super attractive person likes me, like I must mean something, and then they try to go get other people, you know. Maybe you've dealt with that type of energy, but yeah, you just feel like someone that just has a lot of love within them, and I feel like that just emanates out of you. You don't really have to say too much, you don't really even have to do too much, you just have to show up. And yeah, it's like you just have this magnetism to you. So wow, group 2, let's get a bit more detail, why don't we? Okay, so a lot of cards came out for you, group 2, just to put it out there. Excuse me, I feel like people love you for a lot of different reasons, but we also have card number 25 with Uranus, change. sun, the source here. Progressions with journey. Juno, partnership. Yeah, we're gonna be taking up the whole table here. Sorry if some of the cards get cut off, group 2. We have card number 14 with divination and happiness. Card number 15. We also have Jupiter in Leo, publicity. Like I said, so many cards came out for you. Saturn in Capricorn with riches. There goes that luxurious energy. Mercury in Scorpio. I don't know why Sagittarius was in my mind. Mercury in Leo. And eagle and butterfly. Like I said, so much energy on this table. Oh my goodness golly. So group 2, where do I even start with you? I feel you may be able to really garner a lot of respect in your community. Maybe you already are very respected in your community. Maybe you engage with the community, or you host events of some type, or you have a platform where you spread your message in some way. Maybe you're very passionate about a certain subject or a certain topic or a certain way of life. Maybe you have a different view of things, particularly in your ideas or your ideals of things. Maybe this can be a difference of opinion in spirituality or religion, especially with divination. I feel like you maybe have broken away from an established religion or an established institution or some established way of life. I feel like you went against it, and this Uranus energy gives me like rebel vibes. Like you're not one to cling on to a certain way of life that doesn't align with you just to keep the peace. And I feel like that may cause some level of conflict with other people, and maybe you're very resistant to those types of people who try to force their opinion on you. Yeah, it's like you are just naturally different, and I feel like you may come across people who try to force their opinion on you, or try to convert you for some of you, or try to change you in some way. But at the same time, it's like they're drawn to that part of you that is different, and they're drawn to this rebellious energy that you have, or this ability to stand up and speak your truth, and they admire the fact that you are constantly transforming or changing or surrendering aspects of yourself that aren't aligned with you. Maybe you have a very great talent in being able to transmute your pain into healing or wisdom. Maybe you have a lot of wisdom to share with others, or you work in some type of healing profession, or you're very drawn to the healing arts. And I do feel there is a star quality about you, group 2. So whatever you focus your passion and your attention on, I feel like you have a very great chance of turning that into something very big or very profitable, or you may attract a lot of people or supporters to you. It feels like you have a very great ability to connect with other people as well, making them feel seen. It feels like you're very present for those around you, and there's a compassionate and soft side to you that I'm not sure everyone knows how to interact with. Maybe you come across people who may view you as naive, or think that you're more easy to take advantage of, and I feel like you prove them wrong. It's like the appearance you give is very gentle and loving and compassionate and nurturing, And yet there is still this side of you that's not going to tolerate bad behavior, because I do feel like you've learned your lesson before and you're not really standing for it. But it feels like you're a source of light for those in your life. You're a source of light, period. Like I said, you have a star quality here. All these symbols of stars with the sun, literally a star, and the sun right here. I feel like you are able to understand deeper truths. You're able to digest truths that aren't quite easy. Maybe you are not afraid to talk about the more difficult aspects of life. You just feel so real. Group 2, it's just so real. And I really honestly love your energy. I feel like these cards are trying their best to encapsulate you. That's probably why so many came out, because there is so much to you. But I just don't think it's doing you justice right now. But I want to say people may also admire the fact that you are always on the move. I feel like you're always doing something new, or you're always inviting in changes into your life. You're not afraid of making changes. You're not afraid of doing things differently. I just get like you're a very progressive person, and that's why I'm seeing with the progressions, like very progressive. And I feel those who are not as willing to accept change, or those who are not as open to moving towards higher ideals, they're going to be pushing against what you have to say. But at the same time, you know, I feel like they're drawn to you because finally they have someone to argue with. That's what I'm getting. You know, for you, it's like you have a lot of people who love you, but I feel there's people who secretly love you, but it's like, it's giving hater vibes. You know, they watch you from the sidelines. They're always concerned with what you're doing, and yet they still don't like you. It's very weird. Very weird. I don't really know how to explain it. That's what I'm getting with this drama here. It's like all you do is show up and people find ways to find something wrong. It's very interesting energy. But yeah, you definitely have a star quality to you. You pull up a lot of attention to you. I feel like your style, the way you dress, the way you show up is very captivating. And you just seem like a very progressive person. I feel like you accept people as they are, and maybe you champion the underdog. Like you are advocating for people who are usually getting the short end of the stick. And I feel like you're creating spaces for people who lack community in some way, or maybe you're building your own community, or you would be able to if you tried. But yeah, you have this visionary quality to you as well, group 2, and I feel people are very drawn to your entire personality, your entire persona. I feel like you are just attractive as a person, and I feel it didn't come easy. I don't think the way you present yourself now, or how you communicate, or the way you connect with other people has been an easy journey whatsoever, especially with these two cards. I feel like you are admired for your endurance, your ability to always conquer the biggest challenges. I feel like people who've known you from your past aren't really truly able to recognize you today, because you have transformed so much and because you have grown into this beautiful creature. Okay, group 2, it just feels like a major transformation you've been undergoing for the past few years, and you're really starting now to shine the light that's been hidden. It just feels like you're coming into your own, group 2, and you may be well traveled. I don't know if I said that already, but yeah, you may be well traveled, or maybe you have a job that requires traveling, or maybe you have aspirations to travel. I just get a big energy of wanting to break free of certain confinements or comfort zones, and yeah, you just bring a lot of insight, a lot of clarity, I feel, as well, and mainly joy. I just get very I keep saying very I just get a lot of joy that you provide for other people. A lot of people may view you as like an ideal as well, like they idealize you, or they project their own version of who they think you are or who you can be to them. Yeah, there's a lot of attractive energy for you, group 2. So I love that for you. We need to protect group 2 at all costs. Okay, you are precious to this earth. We need you, group 2. So anything else for group 2? Everyone that chose group 2, you know, form a community down below, like, you know, meet up with each other, because this energy needs to be what is that word? It needs to be stoked, or you guys need to come together so that you can become a bigger community. Like, bye, I can't even think of the words right now. Mercury is retrograde, so give me grace, group 2. Anyway, let's see what else would like to come out here for you, group 2. Why do people love group 2? What do they love about group 2? What makes them attractive? Group 2, please. The moon. Oh my gosh, are you psychic? We have the Hanged Man again. You may be able to really see the depth of someone, group 2. I'm getting very strong Pisces and Scorpio energy here, as well as Leo, of course, but there is a depth to you that is like no other. I feel like you reveal to other people things that may not have been seen before. Maybe you represent their biggest fears, but also their deepest desires. Maybe you illuminate to them much of what's been hidden, or maybe you are like a hidden fantasy for some people. It just feels like there's this allure about you, maybe even a bit of confusion, like people aren't quite exactly sure how to describe you, or yeah, you have this kind of like nebulousness about you. It's making me think of the planet Neptune, which, you know, the moon and the Hanged Man can be attuned to that energy. It just feels like a glamorous, like your aura could literally have like stars coming out of it, but also it's quite difficult to pinpoint what is so attractive. It's like, I just know I'm drawn to this person, but I don't know why. So yeah, I feel like there's a quality to you that's just like, people are instinctually drawn to you. Like, it's not even by choice. Okay, it's like a compulsion. So that's like, oh whoa, yeah, that's why we need to protect group 2 at all costs, because some people just need to stay away from you. Group 2, quite honestly. But with the 10 of Pentacles, I feel people also love that you may have a very luxurious presence about you, or maybe you represent wealth to them. Remember that this is people's perception. This is what they love about you, so you don't have to fully align with your this idea of how people view you. You may view yourself differently, but you know, I'm getting a lot of wealth through these cards, especially with the Saturn and Capricorn with riches. Maybe you have a very strong potential to acquire or accumulate a lot of wealth, but people perceive you to be very well off, group 2. And I also get this loyalty to you people perceive you as loyal, or they feel like once they get close to you, yes, they will be able to stabilize their position in your life, but I'm not too sure how open you are to everyone coming into your life, because like I was saying, yeah, it just seems like people see you as very valuable, or you have a lot to offer. And yeah, just be sure that you keep that eye of discernment, group 2, for sure. You just give a very grounded energy, very down to earth. Yeah, lots of potential for you, group 2. Anything else for group 2, please? What do people love about group 2? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Are you kidding? Oh my god, I love that Queen of Pentacles. She's like literally so beautiful. Like, look at that. Yes, very luscious. Fecundity is coming to my mind. Abundant. Lots of glamour, gold. I feel just, you have a golden quality about you, group 2. Honestly, I've only done one group, but I really am in love with this group, quite honestly. And I'm only reading the cards, so imagine when people see you, there's just a nurturing quality. You make people feel very welcomed and cared for. Very generous energy I feel with you as well. Very generous. Oh my gosh, it's like, how could I hoard all this goodness? I need to share it, is what I feel for you, group 2. And maybe you prioritize your family, or you have very strong morals and values that you stand by. I feel like you're a very integrity very integrity, please. Not me stumbling over my words in front of group 2. Let me chill. Seriously though, group 2, I feel that you have very strong morals and values, and you stand by your integrity and your dignity, and that is very admired. I love it. Anything else for group 2? What people love about group 2? You may also be self-made. I literally was saying, are you psychic? And we have the High Priestess and the Moon. Yeah, people could be like, this person is doing things behind the scenes, and some people may misunderstand the gifts that you have, or maybe not fully accept them. But the people we're going to focus on are those who are not haters, okay? We're going to focus on the people who accept you for who you are, and who admire you for this gift of sight or hearing, or you're able to just have information like clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. Like, you're able to feel other people, or really understand what they're going through. And to be clear, not to project your own understanding of what they're going through, but to actually be able to sit with them and listen, and maybe even know what to say at the right time. Like, you feel very mysterious as well. Like, you have a secret knowledge that people are kind of mystified by. Like, how do you know that? Who are you? That's what I get about your group 2. It's very interesting energy, but it feels so loving. Like, you are out here sharing love. It's only good vibes over here, group 2. Only good vibes, I feel. And yet, I don't know. I feel like I keep wanting to avoid talking about your haters, but they seem so loud right now. Like, they're coming out so hard. And I feel you attract a lot, like I was saying before. But those haters, like, ew, literally ew. Because they're coming through strong in this reading, and I'm really trying to avoid talking about them. And it's just crazy that you even have haters, because all you're doing is out here, there we go, that 5 of swords. All you're doing is out here sharing love, and people are like, there's no way this person is that nice. Like, there's no way this person is, I don't know. I don't even want to channel that energy. Like, make sure you are taking precaution, you are taking care of yourself, and you're removing yourself from any negative environments, because I do feel like you're very sensitive to energies. You have a very sensitive quality about you, group 2, and it's so important that you do ground and that you do take time to really nurture your needs and not focus so much on trying to care for everyone around you, because I feel like that could drain you, and that could lead you to having unclear boundaries or lacking boundaries when they're needed. So yeah, ensure that you have like daily practices in place to keep you on course, okay? Because this energy is a lot. And I feel as well, like I was saying, you are like very, for some of you, provocative. Like, your presence just evokes emotion out of people, or you evoke people in a way that they're not expecting. I feel like you have a very dramatic presence, but at the same time you're very secretive, or you have a level of privacy to you where you don't let everyone in, or you like to be low-key, you like to play it cool. Like, yeah, you may show up and look this good and smell this nice and be this great, but you don't know me. That's what I get with you, group 2. I love your energy. Oh my goodness. Anything else? One final card for group 2, please. Thank you. But with the 4 of Cups in the world, like I'm saying, if you're not online, or if you're not out here in the community or showing your face or showing up and sharing your gift, this is your encouragement to do so. Break down those barriers, break down those walls that keep you from really being out here. Shake up the world. Group 2, shake things up. I feel like I was saying provocative. The Tower makes me think of you just really obliterating all the falsehoods, or all the projections, or all the illusions. Like, you're out here just letting things be known, and you're really showing people the way. For some of you, like, you are a leader, you have a quality that needs to be honored, and you really just need to surround yourself with those people who remind you that. Whew, I'm getting hyped up for you, group 2, and I need to ground and stabilize my own energy, because I feel like I've been talking very fast. So I apologize. I hope you've been able to follow, group 2. But with the 4 of Cups, I had to take a break. With the 4 of Cups, I feel like you have this unbothered energy. Like, maybe for some of you, you have an RBF, or a resting beat face, or you're just like unbothered. That's what I really get. People love that about you. Like, you aren't really shaken up by life's curveballs. Like, it just kind of seems like you don't really go through anything in life. That's what people perceive, group 2. That's not the truth, I'm sure. But remember, this is the view of you from the outside. So yeah, people are just like, oh my god, this person just gets everything they want, and they don't have to go through anything. And now again, I'm channeling a hater. Like, get that energy out. I hate it so much. Like, ew. They're watching you, group 2, but pay it no mind. You have to stay present, you have to stay here, and don't let others really disrupt your energy like that. Really take care of yourself, and make sure you have I'm repeating myself with saying, like, things in place, like a spiritual bath. I really feel like your spiritual practices need to be on 10, because it just seems like there's a lot of people who love and hate you. Like, it's very weird. What I'm saying. So protect yourself, group 2. But don't be on edge. Like, you're protected. I really feel like you have a lot of divine support. Let me say that. Okay, you are untouchable. But just take the extra step and do what you can do to ensure that your spiritual well-being is not being disrupted by these people who want to not see you win, but you're gonna win anyway. Okay, group 2, you're winners. It's destined, it's in the stars. Okay, but I'm not gonna do too much. I feel like I've already done a lot in your group. You made me act out, group 2. It's that Leo energy coming out. And like I said, you don't have to have those placements prominent in your chart. It's just an energy. You shine. So keep shining, group 2. Keep on shining. Because, oh, if only I can know you. Hopefully I do know some of you, but anyway, this is where I shall leave it, because I could talk to you all day, group 2, but there's only but so many hours in a day, and here I go on another tangent. So I'm just gonna say thank you so much, group 2, for being here with me. Leave it a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments how you're feeling, group 2, because you're something. You're something. Okay, so like I said, shout out to all the group 2s. Hopefully y'all make a group and meet up, because it's immaculate energy. But anyway, let me leave. So chat with you later, group 2. Bye bye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading on what people love about you and what makes you attractive. So first we're going to look at what people love about you. So let's go on and see what that may be for group 3. What do people love about group 3, please? Group 3. What do people love about group 3? Okay, group 3, we have the Queen of Swords. And that immediately makes me think of your intellect, your mind, the way you think is very admired. I feel like you bring a sense of clarity. You may be also very funny, very off the cuff, like things you say are unexpected. And I do feel like you allow people to think outside of the box, or give them hope for like a better way of living. Maybe you inspire people to think bigger. That's what I really feel for that. But I also get this energy of you just being like a person people go to hear truth, or someone who is just going to speak their truth despite how others feel about it. It doesn't seem like you're rude or anything. I just feel like you have ethics or morals that you live by, and like you stand by it. And I feel like people really love that about you. And they also love that you're a good person to go to for advice, or you have like a critical eye, I want to say, or you have an eye for detail, or you're able to spot things that people may have missed, or you're a good judge of character. People really appreciate you being upfront and honest with them. I also feel like people notice that you're more of an observer. You may not speak too much. You may only speak when spoken to, or you may have this reserved energy about you, but it's almost as if people know that although you're not saying too much, there's a lot happening within. Like you're analyzing, you're observing, and that's what really helps you to have that eye of discernment and just know how to interact with people. I get a level of intelligence, and maybe for some of you, you have gone to school for something very technical or something that requires a lot of effort mentally. And for others of you, I just feel there's this innate wisdom that you have that people are kind of astonished by, or maybe you have a level of wisdom that people are not expecting. And I think they really appreciate that about you as well. Yeah, can we see what makes group 3 attractive? What makes group 3 attractive? Whoa. I love that. So many things. Okay, group 3, I really feel you have this unbothered energy about you, this very secretive energy to you as well. I think the energy for you is very low key. You like to keep things behind the scenes. Okay. Or you just aren't too big on being concerned with the opinions of others or being too caught up in people's drama. I feel like you're very contemplative, or you just really prefer to stay to yourself. And for some reason people really find that attractive. But let me not say for some reason, it just seems like you are behind the scenes so much that when they see you, it's like you pop out. Or it's like you stand out because they're like, whoa, where have you been? You've been missing in action. Like, what's the deal on you? And I don't really think you let people know what's going on. I feel like you are really focused on your success, or you're really focused on trying to grow or trying to build something. I do get this energy of prosperity around you as well, group 3, and I feel like people sense that about you, and they want to be in your energy, and they want to rub off on you. You know, you might have the Midas touch, so anything that you engage yourself in, or any people that you're around, it seems like they're successful, or that they have some level of goodness about them. It just seems like you keep your circle maybe a little small, group 3, and the people around you are very blessed to have you. And I also feel with this 5 of Cups, you are very emotionally present for those people who are in your life. And I also feel people find that you are extremely resilient, and that seems to be very attractive here. The 5 of Cups is a little curious to me. I'm curious to know. Let's see. I wasn't expecting all of these cards to come out for you, group 3. But yeah, I just keep feeling this energy of staying behind the scenes, getting things done, not really sharing too much about what you have going on until it's in motion. Like, people only see your success or what you've been working on after you've put in an amount of effort and time into it. I kind of feel like you don't want people to sabotage what you've been working on, or you don't want people to let their criticisms affect you. You seem very protective of yourself and of those people around you. And for some of you, I feel that maybe I feel like this is more so the people who are closer to you. They know that you've been through difficult situations or experiences, and yet you still show up consistently, and you haven't really let that stop you, or you haven't let that prevent you from pursuing what you really want, or deter you from having goals. It's like I get this never give up energy about you. Like, maybe you do need some time to yourself to really recoup. But after that, I feel like you still find your way forward. And I really do think people admire you for that, especially those who are closest to you. Group 3. So let's look at the oracle cards that came out for you. Why don't we? So we can get a bit more information on what people love about you. So we have progressions with card number 56, journey. conjunction with alliance. Trust with the basil represented by Scorpio energy. And wisdom with Leo energy. We also have egotism with Mars in Leo. The moon in Scorpio with power. Mars in Taurus with defense. Yes, very protective. Camel and zebra. So your style may also be something people really enjoy, your aesthetic. I do feel you have this specific way that you put things together and people really admire that. I keep feeling like you have this visionary quality to you. You're able to dream big, you're able to see visions or have visions for the future and find a way of trying to pursue it or get things in motion to pursue these opportunities. I feel like you're very resourceful as well, and you have this resilience to you, and you shine without really trying. And I also feel like there's this level of I want to say people perceive you as confident and maybe even cocky a little bit with this egotism. Like I really get this vibe of people cannot tell you who you are because you already know who you are. Like there's no trying to get group 3 to change something about themselves. I feel like you have to come to that realization. Like you have to think that you need to change in order for it to happen. I really don't get the vibe that other people's opinion really gets to you, or at least that's how people perceive you. Like they think that you are just out here minding your business and not really caring about anyone else's opinion. And I really feel like people love that rebellion against caring so much about how you're perceived or caring so much about what people think. I really just get this wanting to stay true to yourself and wanting to stay grounded in who you are and to see beyond the facades that people put on, or really reading in between the lines. I feel you have this ability to discern and to have very strong judgment. I feel like people love that you're extremely trustworthy, and I'm getting this vibe. This is mainly people who are close to you, because I really feel like you keep most people in like your outer circle or in arm's reach. You're not really out here trying to be everybody's friend. I don't feel for you, group 3. Not saying that you're not a nice person or you're not kind. I just feel you have very strong boundaries and you speak your mind, and you could come off as a bit intimidating for people as well. There is this quality about you that's just like you see beyond the lies, the deceit. It's like people could try, but it's almost like you kind of have this ability to test people without really getting them to know that you're testing them. I don't know, it sounds kind of like manipulation a little bit, but that's not how it's coming off. I just feel like you are able to have a level of control in the way people interact with you. It's interesting. It really is, group 3. There is a level of power here. I think you have a very authoritative presence about you. You stand out. I don't know how many times I've said that, especially with zebra. Maybe you love animal print, or you love a specific type of cloth or a trend or fashion. You could be really into fashion for some of you, and that's really admired. And I also get this energy of you wanting to travel or people loving the fact that you want to expand your life, or you want to expand outside of what you've been raised in, or you're not afraid to go into new spaces or break free from old ways of doing things. Yeah, I just get very secretive energy with you. I don't know why. I'm ready to get into the tarot about it. We will soon. But I also want to say with this Alliance card, I do feel regardless of you liking to keep your circle small, I feel like you're a person that's easy to get along with, someone that people enjoy being around. And I feel like a lot of people do want to get closer to you, group 3. So maybe this is like encouraging you to let down those guards just a bit, because you have a lot of love to share. I just feel like you could be very defensive sometimes, group 3, and maybe that keeps you safe, or you feel like that keeps you safe. But yeah, it wouldn't hurt to let some people into your life, group 3. But yeah, I get this very determined energy about you, very focused, very diligent with your goals, with your efforts. And I am getting a little bit of stubbornness with you, group 3. And I feel like those closest to you love that you don't compromise on what you think is right, or you have very strong opinions or very strong ideas about how things should go. And like I said, I feel like you're funny with it. Like you say things that people aren't expecting, and you could be dead serious, but it just seems like you have this energy of being funny without trying, and people really love that about you. But yeah, let's see what else would like to come out for you, group 3, about what people love, because I'm curious to know. You seem so secretive, group 3. So yeah, let's see. Also, I feel like you may go to extremes with certain things with this moon in Scorpio. Like you could have very intense desires, and you're pretty vocal about what you want, or you're not afraid to claim your desires or express what you want. And I feel like people don't really have to guess with you. You're pretty open about what you're looking for and what you're not willing to tolerate. Yeah, those boundaries for you. Very, very big vibes of boundaries. So with that being said, I feel like I want to name some signs that I'm seeing prominently. Of course, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. I'm hearing Pisces, but also I want to say Aquarius and Capricorn. You don't have to be any of those signs, but that's the energy that's coming through. Maybe it's somewhere in your chart. But let's see, what else do people love about you, group 3? What do people love about group 3? I get an energy of loyalty as well to those that are able to get close to you. Very loyal energy. What do people love about group 3? Group 3, please. Yeah, group 3. And I was just gonna say, I feel like you're very focused on having a level of security and stability, and I feel like you're a very stable person to have in life. I feel like those who are in your life are quite blessed and thankful to have you. Yeah, you seem very thoughtful and reflective, but also really focused on having a strong foundation, especially financially. And yeah, I think people appreciate this drive that you have to acquire. It's very interesting. Can we get more? People love about group 3. I love that. Yes, the sun. Here comes the sun. Da, da, do, do. I really do feel like you uplift those around you. You really remind people like who they are. You help them to feel seen. And I also feel like you bring a level of joy and light that may be missing in some people's lives. You could honestly attract a lot of people who are feeling a little low or who may need just a boost of dopamine or serotonin, and I feel like you give that with ease. Group 3. Yeah, there's also this seriousness about you. Like, you could have a very I already said like authoritative disposition, or you could have a intimidating way of presenting yourself, or maybe you look intimidating based off your face. Like, you may have a very straight face most of the time. But yeah, I keep hearing money bags. Like, people may really think that you're out here with loads of money, and maybe you do have it. Group 3, bless you, period. And if not, if you feel like you're not where you want to be, I do see that people view you as someone who has a lot of potential to really acquire a lot, or to at least become someone of prominence, or to really make headway in whatever field that you're in. But yeah, I get this energy of you reminding people to chill, to not take things super seriously, to relax. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, especially with the 4 of Swords, you just feel so chill, very laid back, very grounded. Someone that people can really rely on. That's how people perceive you, and I feel like that's what they really love about your energy. Yeah, can you get more, please? The 5 of Wands and the Hangman. Yeah, although you have this this energy of like seriousness, like I don't play games, like I'm down to I was gonna say down to earth, or I'm sure you don't say that, but that's the energy I feel for you. Very down to earth, very clear on your boundaries, someone that's not really prone to allowing people to play games with them. I just see that you're like no BS, like you're not out here wanting to be dealing with other people's issues. With the 5 of Wands, I really feel there's this energy about you that's not afraid to speak your mind, that's not afraid to address issues. I don't get that you shy away from conflict. If anything, I feel like you're prepared for battle. Like, you know what to say, you know how to defend yourself, and you also are able to perhaps defend other people around you who may not be super confrontational. Yeah, I get this defensive energy about the things you love and the people you love, and I think they really appreciate that about you. But also with the Page of Cups, there is still this side of you that's just so fun, so loving, and I feel like only a small amount of people get to see this part of you. Like, you reserve this for the best of people. I really feel like you are very selective with the people you surround yourself with. So yeah, children can also really love you. With the Page of Cups and the Sun, you could be very good with children or animals. Maybe you work with kids. Yeah, it just seems like once you get past that cool or cold exterior that you put on for the world, there's like a softness to you that's just wanting to live, laugh, and love. That's what I feel for you, Group 3. I kind of feel like I want to get an advice card for you, group 3. I don't know why I didn't do that for any of the other groups. But this is what I'm really feeling for why people love you. It really feels like people who are closest to you really get to see the gold within. Yeah, what, any advice for group 3? Any advice for group 3? For some of you, this could be signaling it's time to make a decision about something. Group 3, I feel like you could feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place with something. Maybe you're intentionally not wanting to look at a certain area of your life or a certain relationship or a certain situation that has been causing a lot of internal conflict or turmoil. And it seems like it's encouraging you to really get real about that aspect of your life. Group 3, yeah. There does seem to be either some hidden emotions that you may be suppressing at this time. Perhaps you are so focused on achieving things or trying to get your life in order or really focusing on your coin or your bag. I also want to say people may also love how patient you are with them, or how much grace you give to those that you love the most. And you may be very forgiving as well. It may take time for you to forgive with that 5 of Wands. You may have a temperament as well. Like you could get very angry, or your emotions are very loud. But yeah, I still feel like people love all parts of you, especially those who are closest to you. But yeah, I do feel for the advice, there is like a message here of looking beneath the surface of your life right now and really seeing what's keeping you stuck. Or maybe for some of you, this could be asking with the 7 of Wands, why there may be a tendency towards defensiveness. When did this begin? When did this start for you? And are you closing yourself off to relationships that could fulfill you in some way? This person here, it makes me think that, are you taking on too much responsibility for other people as well? Very interesting. I wonder why that wanted to come out. I wonder why I even wanted to get advice for you anyway. But let me know how it resonates for you in the comments below, group 3. Also with the moon, here we go. I'm sorry, I thought I was done. With the moon, there's an energy of you needing to trust in what is happening right now. It may seem very new or very confusing, or you're just not sure what's really going on in your life. But with the 7 of Wands, I'm also feeling that there's an energy of needing to persevere and needing to show up in your life, and maybe even overcoming some of the emotions that keep you stuck. Engaging in some type of physical activity as well may help you. And getting outside of your everyday routine, group 3. But yeah, very interesting reading. I was not expecting that for you, group 3. So please let me know how it resonated for you in the comments below. Leave it a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate you being here with me, and I hope that I see you in another one. Until then, I leave you here, and I'll say bye bye, group 3. Hello, group 4, and welcome to your reading on what people love about you and what makes you attractive. So let's go on and see what that may be for group 4, please. What do people love about group 4? I just knew. Group 4, you have a very beautiful energy about you, very loving and compassionate and beautiful. I just feel that's the main energy. It's like you change the vibe of a room just by your presence. I feel there's this mystery around you as well. Group 4. I hope I've been saying group 4. It's like you pull people in. It's like an allure about you. And for some of you, you could be like a dream for people, or they have dreams about you. I also feel like you may be very spiritual or have a very intuitive nature about you that people really enjoy. I just get there's like this mysterious love people have for you, and it feels like it's almost instant. Like you're just a person of radiance. Yeah, with the 4 of Wands, I really feel like people enjoy your presence overall. You may be someone who celebrates others, or who is very cheerful, very jolly, who brings light to a situation, or who offers peace or tranquility to other people. You feel, I keep saying you feel, but I feel like people feel that you are soothing. You provide a level of retreat or respite to others. It just feels very warm, like a nice cozy warm blanket. People feel for you, group 4, and it's really beautiful. You may also have a very nice home environment that people love coming to, or maybe you are a lover of nature, or you have a lot of plants, or you have an animal. Yeah, you just feel very abundant. And maybe you work very hard, or you're in a field where you care for other people, or you just naturally are very caring to others. And I feel like people I feel like people want you to be more recognized for this, or for some people they may think like you're bound to become someone who is of high stature or high status. It's like a very graceful and elegant energy you have, group 4, and I'm really in love right now. I feel like you represent the planet Venus in astrology, just beauty, comfort, love, attraction. It's just so nice. So let's see, why are people attracted to you, group 4? Why are people attracted to group 4, please? You see what I'm saying? Elegance, elegance, a very abundant and prosperous energy here. Yeah, I feel like you work quite hard. If not hard, I feel like you're very focused on a particular goal, or you do a lot maybe behind the scenes, and I just feel like there's this energy of it paying off, and maybe you want things to progress more quickly in your life, or you want things to happen faster, but I want to assure you, group 4, that whatever you wish for, whatever you hope for, it is bound to come to fruition as long as you continue to put forth your effort. I feel like you have a lot of support around you, group 4, so worry not, okay? You have a very lucky energy, I feel. Of course, you know that saying, save the best for last. Now I see why I needed to film group 4, because I was on the fence, but I'm so glad I did, because my goodness, this energy, it's very grounding. You may be someone who is very skilled as well, perhaps at a lot of different things. Maybe you are a homemaker, or you would do well in interior design, or maybe you bake or you cook very well. People just view you as someone who is extremely valuable, who has a lot to offer, and who is just radiant and bound to become someone of success. Maybe people already perceive you as extremely successful, and I really feel like they want to be in your world, or they want to have more access to you. But with the moon card, it just seems like you are elusive. Like, people see you and you share love and then you're on to the next. You know, it's like there's just a grace and a flow with you that is really loved. So is there anything else that wants to come out? You also seem very passionate. People love that maybe you are always looking to expand or to grow, or you're really into the energy of self-development. Maybe you have a very well established routine for your skincare or for your health, or maybe you're very into the realm of beauty. If not, I do feel like you would do well with doing something in that field. Yeah, I love that. Anything else from this here? Oh my goodness. I just love when this happens. I really do. We have the Knight of Cups. Your voice could be so soothing. You could be very poetic. You could be into the arts, very artistic. Group 4. You're like a walking heart. I feel group 4. So beautiful, so magnetic, so alluring, so attractive. It's making me think of the goddess Lakshmi. That energy is so beautiful. Just, it seems like it's a wealth of creativity, a wealth of beauty, a wealth of love, of prosperity, of positivity. It's just like you emanate this energy for others, and they're just kind of in shock and awe, like, who is this person? Oh my God, I need them in my life. And yet they are seemingly not real. I don't know, it's like people are like, how is this person real? Yeah, where are you going? It just seems like people like to keep their tabs on you because you seem to be very interesting, and your life is one that people hope to have one day, or you're very inspirational, or you inspire a lot of people. But I really want to get into the oracle cards before I do too much for you, group 4. But I'm really loving this energy here. Thank you for gracing me with your presence, okay? Very appreciative. I feel like a very gracious energy with you, group 4. Very gracious. You could have an innate spirituality about you, but just very abundant, very lucky, very blessed, very wealthy in all regards, very healthy, very fine. Okay, so let's see what cards came out for you, group. What group are you? Group 4. We have the Sun. There's that radiance that I was talking about. We have the card here, Duality, with the banana. And we have Gratitude with the pink rose. My goodness, I love this group so much. We also have Moon in Virgo with Order, and Moon in Pisces with Empathy, with the Peacock. Yes, people just love looking at you. I really feel like you're extremely attractive physically. People really are captivated by your beauty, but not only are you externally beautiful, I feel like internally you are someone who is dynamic and you have a lot to offer in regard to wisdom or the way you communicate. I feel like your voice, something about your voice is very healing for other people, or the work that you do is extremely healing. I feel like you are in some field of healing work. It doesn't have to be like in the medical field. Maybe you do nonprofit work, or you show up for your community or for the people around you in ways that are unimaginable. Maybe they don't know how to thank you enough. It just feels like you're extremely loved by most people. I really don't get the energy of there being too many people against you, and if there are, like, they're just looking for anything to be disgruntled over, to be honest, because I feel like it's really hard to not love you, let alone to not like you. So really take this time to just hug yourself and, excuse me, group 4, and to really return this love to self. It just feels like you are overflowing with goodness and abundance, and people are just in awe of your presence, group 4. I am in awe of this energy. I'm very thankful to be reading these cards for you, group 4. And I feel like there's this balance of practicality and spirituality with you. It's like you not only show up for people in practical ways, but you also have an emotional depth and presence with others as well. It's like you ease pain for people, or you help to banish darkness out of their life, or you bring at least a spark of life into them. You shine effortlessly, group 4. It's really appreciated. There's a lot of gratitude for you, and you may also encourage the energy of gratitude. You may be very into a gratitude practice, or into things that help to alleviate more negative emotions, or there's this energy of always wanting to focus on what is good in life. And I also feel, although you do have this extremely positive and compassionate and loving energy, I feel you're not one to be toxically positive. I feel like you leave room for those aspects of life that are less that aren't as good, or that aren't as nice to experience. Yeah, you leave room for it. I just feel like you just are someone who is extremely open and who's just out here sharing love. I really love this energy. I don't know how else I can describe it. I feel like you're very in tune with your emotions. You're very in tune with the divine, with the source. I feel like you're extremely connected to a higher power. And your mind is extremely expansive. I feel like you channel a lot of your intelligence through creative projects, or through your creativity, or maybe there's like a dualistic nature to you where you are very analytical. You are able to, do your books for accounting or something like that. You are able to put things in order, but you're also able to express the flow of life, or to bask in the flow of life. It feels very luminous, like very soft. I want to even say ethereal. It's very good, very rich, luxurious your energy is. So let's see what else would like to come out for you, group 4. Yeah, I just really feel like people just love your presence because you bring gifts. Like, your presence is a gift to those around you. And maybe you actually are extremely generous with the King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a level of generosity, of musicality, of flow, of ease. Yeah, you could also, I was saying, creativity and artistic endeavors, I do feel you would do phenomenal in group 4. So just put that out there. Yeah, maybe even doing embroidery or some type of sewing work, or yeah, something that you could do. I just feel like it would be extremely good for you emotionally, but also if you wanted to make a profit, I feel like you would be able to do so as well. But anything else for group 4? What do people love about group 4, please? What do people love about group 4? We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Moon. I can't tell you how many times the Moon card has come out in these groups, but I feel like everyone here, it seems, has some level of being able to... The Moon is out here twice as well, but I feel like you have maybe prophetic dreams, or your dreams could be very significant. I feel like you have some level of spiritual talent, or there's like a spiritual tool that you have that allows you to connect with other people with more ease, or you maybe have some rituals in place. I feel like that's more behind the scenes group 4, but it seems like people just love this allure about you. It seems like they're instinctively drawn to you, or there's like this mystery around you. I really feel like, how is this person so beautiful? How is this person so loving? What is it? How are they so prosperous? Yeah, I do feel like people view you as someone who has a lot of opportunities, or someone who can attract wealth with ease, or who is abundant, period. I just really feel like people enjoy being in your presence because it feels quite rich and quite enriching, or quite enlivening. Very abundant energy. And maybe you help people to break out of, we have the Queen of Pentacles right there. You help people to break out of this lack mindset, or you help to illuminate to other people how they may have fears around money. And I also feel like you evoke a lot of emotion out of people, or you cause people to have a lot of deep feelings arise. It's like there's a depth to you that triggers other people, and then they're drawn and they're like, whoa, who is this person? So can we get a bit more for group 4? What else do people love about them? 7 of Wands. Oh, the 6 of Cups. That's so sweet. I love that. 7 of Wands. I feel like people really want to defend you, or they really want to like prove themselves to you. Like, I'm worthy of being in your life. I can protect you. That is so funny. Yeah, it seems like people want to protect you. They want to take care of you. They're like, this person is a precious gem that needs to be preserved and protected at all cost. Yeah, I want to say, you know, group 4, you may have a tendency to attract people who get very attached. So it's important that you know, still have those boundaries in place that protect you from those people who aren't so good at having boundaries. But with the 6 of Cups, it just feels so pure. Like, people love, it's like you have a level of purity to you, or like wonder or hope and belief in humanity that people wish they had. And I feel like they really admire this about you, and they really appreciate you, and you kind of stir up these nostalgic feelings for them, or you really make them feel at home group 4. And your family, I really feel, appreciates you beyond knowledge. You could really prioritize your family or really value your family, whether that's blood family or chosen family. I feel like you really value the people who are in your life, and I really think they truly and deeply appreciate you, group 4. Anything else for group 4 as we close out this reading? Anything else for group 4? We also have the 9 of Cups. Yes. I really get this energy of you kind of being, I think I said it before, like people's dream or like their ideal with that 9 of Cups. Group 4. Very attractive. And maybe people are like, this person is so amazing. They offer such a good time. I'm emotionally fulfilled by this person. I want them in my life, but it seems like you still have this level of independence to you that is kind of like resistant to being held down. I feel this very successful energy with you as well, with the 6 of Wands and the star on the bottom. You are the star group 4, and I feel like you allow a lot of people to embrace the energy of transformation and to not be afraid to let themselves undergo the process of change so that they may transform into something better. I'm looking at this lotus flower as well. And yeah, I feel like you're very abundant and prosperous and generous, and people really appreciate that about you. And you also offer a very good time and very healing vibes. Yeah, you just have this energy about you that's just like, oh my gosh, you know, what is there not to love about group 4? You stand out, and you seem to take very good care of yourself, and people want to know your skincare routine. Group 4, your routine for your fitness or what you eat. They just seem to be very invested in how you keep up this beauty about you. So I really love that. You're out here turning heads, and keep on doing what you're doing, group 4, because it's paying off. And I want to say, if you are working on something, keep the dream alive, keep the hope alive. With the star, like I said, you are very protected, very loved. Seems to be like you are favored by the divine or by God. You've been anointed, okay? And just know that there's a lot of support for what you want, so don't ever allow self-doubt to keep you from pursuing it, okay, group 4? You are worthy, and you are out here sharing so much love. Do you think that you won't get it back? Trust, it's on the way. It's already here. You're surrounded with abundance, and by abundance, you are abundant, group 4. So I'm gonna leave it here because I really feel like, my goodness, I could spend my life in this energy, and I feel like a lot of people want to spend their life with you. But yeah, continue to be this bright light for others, and thank you for gracing me with your presence. If you enjoyed, please remember to leave it a like, group 4, subscribe. I would love for you to join the family, this growing family, okay, group 4. And if I haven't said it already, let me know in the comments how it resonated. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you. Sending you many blessings, so much love, health, wealth, prosperity, community, and blessings sent your way, group 4. And hopefully I'll see you in the next reading. Until then, bye bye.